And here we are, back again, episode 12, Dan and Drew Show. We are in April of 2015, just so everybody knows. Yesterday was 420. Did you do anything for 420?
Nope.
Cool. Neither did I. I just had improv practice.
Yeah, it's a holiday for some people.
For some.
I had a really fun weekend, though. My
Okay.
parents were in town, got to hang out with folks, went to a Cubs game, went to Morton's Steakhouse.
Nice.
Yum.
Never been to Morton's Steakhouse.
Gotta go.
Is that the Primero one here in
It's
Chicago?
definitely one of the top 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
How was it?
Delicious.
The first time there?
The only thing is it's the only diss I can... Not a diss, not a diss. I don't like a la carte
Yes.
sides. I don't like that.
There's a place in Buffalo. It's called the Buffalo Chop House. And my friends went. I never did. And they're like, yeah, you know what? You got to pay separately for the sides.
Yeah, like mashed potatoes that serves 2 as a side. I wish that, like, the sides can absolutely complement a dish.
Yes.
So if you're a great chef, you have a specific side in mind that you said, oh, this is going to hit the palate with this type of seasoning that I'm using on this meat.
This is exactly true.
And so that's my little qualm that I have. Because I know that a nice little dollop of mashed potatoes next to my prime rib would have been a great addition.
That is exactly what I was thinking, too, if you can have steak or something like that.
Yeah.
I went to, because today's April 21st, just for Chicago references, it's the first day the Dinosaur Barbecue is open. And in New York, I've always said the best barbecue in the country is the Dinosaur. It's in New York, and it's like Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, Harlem. I think one's in Troy, New York. And now there's one in Chicago, just opened today. I got there about 4:15 today. I didn't even have a clue when it was going to open. And I guess they opened it up an hour earlier today. They're going to open at 5, but they opened at 4. So I got there 15 minutes right after they opened. And I had a pork skit sandwich. It was pretty wonderful.
The Dinosaur. Where is it?
Dinosaur's on Weed Street. It's right near I.O. Improv Olympic there. It's right behind it. VIP strip club.
Oh.
Whole Foods.
Yeah, hooray. Man, VIP. That's a terrible place for I.O., in my opinion.
Okay. I've never been to VIPs.
Man,
I.O.'s got that center
I wonder
bar,
how many
which is
people leave the strip club and go to I.O.
Or vice versa.
Versus vice versa.
I was waiting for it. You know, if it was like on Clark Street, where there's a lot more
Theater.
crazy traffic,
Yeah.
I think more people would be. If the VIPs was like where Salt and Pepper Diner was or something, more people would definitely hit it. But I think just foot traffic wise, it's like you're in an industrial sort of area.
Yeah,
or
it's not in the theater district. I.O. is a staple theater. Well, I mean, it's
still. I mean, the bar is pretty cool. You know, I like the downstairs bar.
No,
is very
definitely
open.
a nice building. They did a great job with it. It looks fantastic. And which theater did they name after Jason Chen?
Jason Chin. Well, the upstairs theater. It's the bigger one. It's the medium size. The Del Close Theater, the Jason Chin Theater, and now the Chris Farley Cabaret.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's the 3. And now the Dan and Drew restrooms. No.
Restrooms?
No, never mind. They're going to name the bathrooms.
Oh,
after
yeah,
us.
they're going to name the bathrooms.
Cool deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, good food around here. I was trying to think of good food in Chicago. I mean, right near there's Epic Burger, which is whatever, you know. But the Dinosaur was there, and then Lucky's Tavern's up in Clark near the. So that they were both on Man vs. Food.
I'm not a fan of Lucky's.
It's sort of a go-to.
I went there. I tried it. I wasn't a fan.
Okay.
It was like you pull up your sandwich, whatever you get.
Yeah.
And
they put on fries and coleslaw.
Yeah, the towel that it's sitting on is just dripping. I mean, you go there to pig out.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's like a fucking explosion in your heart.
It was on Man vs. Food, so was the Dinosaur, by the way.
Yeah.
And
Dinosaur was on Man vs. Food?
It was on Man vs. It was, they went to Syracuse.
Is on Man vs. Food.
I think it was the Syracuse episode, and they went, because I don't think they went to Rochester. They went to Syracuse, they went to a diner.
I bet there is this. I want a food cart reality show.
A food cart?
Yeah. I want a reality show to follow around guys that go around in a food cart all day.
What's a food cart mean?
What do you mean? It's like a food truck.
Oh, a food. Okay, so that's a food truck.
Yeah.
In Buffalo, they have food. They have good food trucks. It's a big popular taco truck.
Philly did these street cars, right? Like they weren't full on food trucks. They were more like sidecars, right? They did away with them. Somebody got sick. I think that may have been what happened, but the city outlawed them. That was a staple of the city when I lived there.
Wow. You lived in Philly?
I lived in Philly for a little bit.
Wow. How long?
Year and a half.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I knew the Georgia thing.
Man, you got to get around.
Man.
I get around. I'm a Tupac.
Philly.
I'm not Tupac.
No, you're not.
No.
Okay,
I'm
that's cool.
more of a Tupac fan than a Biggie fan, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went to a house party this week, and if you can see even the picture here online, even though it's like a negative reversal of our picture, we're both, white guys.
Yeah, super white.
And I went to this house party this week, and it was a going away party for someone, and this girl I know hosted it. And she didn't invite anybody. It was her friend, and all her friend invited everybody. And, it was all black people. And it was fine. It was on the north side, and it was on Uptown. And not that I care. I didn't care at all. And, Tupac, Biggie.
You were just the one white guy? Did you have Tupac, Biggie conversations all night? Is that what you're telling me?
I brought my white cousin, who's, it's a whole nother story with this freaking kid. He's like 24 and just angry at the world all the time. And so he was good for the first 6, 7 beers, and then he got angry. But he's always Tupac versus Biggie. And it was crazy being around. I'm not trying to, the race thing or whatever. But he said, black people just invite everybody. It's almost like a high school party. So there was so many people there meeting everybody for the first time. It was something like, I guess white people don't do this. I mean, so people were just talking. They seemed like best friends. And then I saw them at the end, like, what's your name again? Hey, let me get your number. And I was like, whoa, that is crazy, wacky stuff there. So, everybody's like, somebody just texted somebody else, and other people texted people, and everybody just converged on this house.
Dude, that's how parties happen now.
I know.
They're all social media-driven parties.
Yeah, it's crazy. But the one girl was from, like, Waukegan, and she goes, yeah, I live, like, an hour away from here. Like, she drove an hour to go to some party that somebody texted her.
So,
I know it sounds like
down to party, man.
I know. That's cool.
It doesn't sound crazy to me. She's
I
down
guess
to party.
I don't have a car here, so I guess it's tough for me to get around,
Mm-hmm.
Like if someone said...
Do you use Snapchat?
No.
Okay, do you use Twitter?
A little bit.
Okay, do you use Google Plus?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying...
Like, dude, that's how events are shared, man.
Yeah.
Social media.
I know, and it's an event. Like, it was just someone's house, so it's funny that someone's being... And it's fine. Nothing happened, and it was really cool, and everybody's fine and great. But it's fine, just like, hey...
Were there Tupac and Biggie conversations all night?
I was going to say that because my cousin did. That's the only person that even did any of those conversations.
Yeah.
The white kid did.
Did you have... Okay, I'm not going to go there.
Yeah. So it's fine. No, I'm saying this is one of us. It's not about a race thing. It's just like, wow, just everybody...
Who do you choose over Tupac and Biggie?
I don't really listen to either.
Okay, that's fair. You're a white guy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And I never try to have the show be a white... that's what I love about radio is you don't know... people's ethnicities or where they come from.
No, you can hear that you're a white dude by
I know
talking.
that. I know.
Yeah.
So, I have to, hey, I hate really saying the word black person or white person, but just for that thing, like I was there, I'm just...
You're really...
Everybody was there, and I was, not a fish out of water because no one really cared.
No, you're a fish out of water.
Yeah, and the girl who had the house was white, so everybody's looking at me like, hey, I hear you're like the boyfriend or whatever. And I go, I'm not the boyfriend, but I'm just hanging out, and... wild stuff.
Did you let's run some current events.
I was
this
gonna
week,
say that.
I got one.
Okay, good.
Okay, mine is, did you see the rap video where the dude shot the gun in the middle of his freestyle?
No.
Ha!
What is this?
There's a handheld video of this dude ripping a freestyle. It sucks. In the middle of it, he pulls out a gun from his waistband, standing inside, and just shoots a gun off. And there's homies all around him, and they all like jump, and then you just like they don't react at all.
And the shots caught like on audio?
Oh yeah, you can totally hear it.
Oh, that is crazy.
Oh yeah, this is they're gonna find this guy.
I was gonna say I believe it's in Baltimore, and once again another police brutality thing. Did you see that? The man was on the street and he's like struggling, and they drag him into this police car, the paddy wagon,
break his spine,
and they broke his spine.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I guess the feds are now getting involved.
So this is what happened: is they punched him in the back.
Yeah.
While he was down, instead of using a taser, they punched him in his back, snapped his spine, and when they picked him up, they made it worse.
They had to have done more than just punched him in the back.
You see the video of him, just them picking up him by his arms.
But
so no. They hurt him before they picked him up, and when they picked him up, they made it worse, and he died on the way there.
Oh, okay. I thought he died like the next. I thought they did more
I
beating.
I think he did die the next
Once they
day.
got him in the paddy wagon, I thought they beat him even more.
That's what I think.
That's what it has to be, because he was still moving beforehand.
Yeah.
And then but they must have. Yeah, they said
police brutality in the last 3 weeks is unheard of.
It might have always been that way, but it's getting captured on video now more than ever.
No, I mean, in the last 10 years, we've all had cell phones in our hands, so this spike is something. There's totally a spike. I mean, you're right. In the
I wanted to
70s and
see
80s,
caught.
police were just as brutal, but
Yeah.
no one talked about it. Yeah.
And we've had cell phone for 10 years, but this high quality video we've only had for like 5 years.
Did you hear about the fight at Walmart?
No.
Oh, there was a family from Wyoming or somewhere, and they were in Arizona. I don't know exactly where in Arizona. They were camping out in a Suburban in a parking lot of a Walmart, and police came up to them, and there was just this huge brawl. This huge brawl is on video.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Inside or outside of the Walmart?
Outside in the parking
Okay.
lot. Yeah.
I was just looking. Sometimes I look it over news headlines before we go on the air, which you should if you're gonna run a show.
Yeah, you should do that.
Woman killed farmer husband, buried him under manure, and it's not really a great picture of this woman.
Well,
Man. Yeah,
Oh, what?
just
She has a mustache.
does she? It's just New York. Oh, this happened in Attica too. They're married for 30 years, and then she just puts him under some manure pile.
Snapped.
Wyoming County, for anybody who wants to. Charlie
I'm 50 years old, and I want a new life.
Yep.
That's what it is.
You're going to jail, devil.
Oh. Did you hear about the teenage girl here from Chicago that killed her mother to try to get her inheritance?
Oh, my gosh.
This happened in Bali.
In Bali.
In Bali. They went on a family vacation, and this girl...
Oh, so they're from here, but they did it when they traveled abroad.
Yeah.
Okay.
For a baby. Oh, that poor baby.
Jesus.
Yeah, the world is a messed up thing.
Yep. 10 things you didn't know about Burger King. I don't know if we want to read that.
No.
Okay, good. 21 health benefits of marijuana.
Ah.
I'm just looking at some.
Man, you can't get away. There were 2 news stories on marijuana here.
Well, it's
on
420.
Oh, that's true.
That's why. So they're trying to just put it to the times,
Yeah, that's okay. I'll take it. Yeah, but I was watching NBC 5 News last night, 2 marijuana stories that were not Colorado or Washington.
Okay.
Actually, it was about
Alaska's legal now too.
Willie Nelson is starting his.
He's got a new
own
blend.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
so funny.
Reserves, like Willie's Reserve.
Mm-hmm.
Jessa Dugard, one of the Dugards, the 19 and counting, she's pregnant. So that's wonderful.
Been watching John Oliver tonight.
I've been watching that too. They did.
It's great.
They did what they did.
Patent Trolls.
Yes, patent trolls. Gosh darn it, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny they have. You can't. I don't get lobbyists, and that's the one thing of the show. How educated are we or not? I mean, I'm just normal people.
Why don't you get lobbyists?
I don't get. It's illegal to bribe a police officer or a senator or a politician. Lobbyists are essentially right. There's
bribing politicians.
They're bribing politicians in the open.
Yes, that's what lobbying is.
Yeah,
lobbying is bribing.
And isn't it weird that no, we're not bribing, we're lobbying.
Yeah,
so
it's terrible. I mean, things can range from vacations.
Yeah.
To like automobiles,
and they showed that the loopholes could have been closed, but lawyers, like trial attorneys or whatever, they're the ones that put a kibosh on it somehow. I don't understand how a senator just can't stand up to it and say,
I was thinking about
we're
that.
voting for this.
I love John Oliver because he takes on really great
Yes.
issues. He takes on really great issues that after you watch the show, you're thinking about for a while.
You get worked up. Every episode.
I always get worked up.
Every episode.
The one that I really hate watching is the tobacco one because I smoke.
Yeah.
I know I need to quit smoking, but it's hurtful to watch somebody that I really like telling me that I shouldn't be smoking. Thanks. I'm going to take your advice one day, John.
It's, I mean, just I think we've talked about it before, even the, gosh darn it, the beauty queens there, the beauty pageant, and the money they say they give to the women for scholarships, and they don't.
They spelled words wrong on their website.
Oh, jeez. And the NCAA, just like NCAA, really the student athletes, but really they're workers. Yeah. And I was watching Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel also this week.
He's good. I like that.
It's good. And they had a whole thing on the NCAA, and they show everybody let's say at a football game, the concessions people, the people on the sidelines, the referees, everybody gets workman's comp if something happens, except for the players. So if anybody gets hurt in the whole entire stadium, I'm sure even if a fan fell down, they would get their hospital costs covered. Every single person does, except for the student athlete, which is pretty wild. That's why they're trying to unionize, and the ex-quarterback now, because I think he graduated from Northwestern here in Chicago, he's trying to unionize college athletes.
How about Tim Tebow about to play his
with the Philadelphia Eagles
first NFL season in 3 seasons?
Yeah, I'm a fan of that. 2013, he played with the Patriots, but just in the preseason.
Yeah, he didn't make the team.
I'm a fan of seeing. I like comeback stories. So I like seeing Tim Tebow.
What do you think he's been doing in his free time?
Working out. He's been an ESPN commentator.
Praying?
Praying. He did get an offer to play in Canada, but he turned it down because he'd be just a backup quarterback.
Well, he's going to be a backup quarterback now. He's
know,
going to be a special downs quarterback.
But it's like an NFL backup QB or a Canadian NFL QB. And why not keep in shape by playing in a system,
Right.
like playing Canada?
And Europe's football league is getting better.
You never even see the game. I think they televise like the playoffs, and because there's only like 6 teams on ESPN. I think I saw it last year. But it's something that there's not a farm system in football really. So the European football league's trying to be like a farm system.
Yeah, it's those student athletes, man.
Student athletes.
You got to be a student athlete. You got to be a good student athlete and just focus on your studies.
Yeah, hockey and baseball have farm systems, but basketball really doesn't. They have a European league, but it's more.
Those farm systems don't really make any money.
Well, I know, but it's so you can groom players so that you can say, here, I mean, if someone has to get paid $10 million a season, you shouldn't just automatically get paid it. Like we want to see what we're investing in. So I can see that the farm system's great for that.
We're gonna pay you $10 million this year. Okay.
I just need to work one season like that.
Yeah. I mean, look at Derrick Rose. He's like thinking about retirement already.
He's been injured how many seasons in a row?
3.
I know.
Yeah.
He's the RG3 of basketball, as I always say.
Glass Rose.
Wow, I never even heard that one. Trying to look at other great news headlines. I really got no great headlines. Just that the big one for me was that police brutality one.
Oh, dude, we're gonna keep hearing about these things.
Well, like if we are we gonna
the
have
sheriff shooting the guy with the thinking it was a taser? That's terrible. Why is a 72-year-old guy out on the street?
And they're letting him go on vacation to like the Bahamas.
Did you see his like apology on the Today Show?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God.
Well, if you don't do one, then they're gonna say you didn't do one. So you got to do one no matter what. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that didn't seem sincere. Well, if you don't do one, they're saying you're a cold-hearted person. So you got to do one either way.
I mean, he should just take his own.
Oh, my.
I didn't finish that sentence.
No, you didn't.
No.
It's okay. God bless him. NFL schedule came out today. I'm a Buffalo Bills fan, so we got, we're playing we got a Monday night football game finally. It's the first time in a few years.
When is this?
It's going to be in November. I think it's November 12th versus the Patriots.
The only thing I really care about right now is the Blackhawks.
Do you? Are you watching it?
Dude, I love playoff hockey.
I did not know. Okay. I mean, playoff hockey is when I started to watch.
Playoff hockey is the best hockey. I mean, it's like regular seasons, like those guys. This is obviously not true, but it's like they're playing 50%.
I say, and it's true. I think between the Super Bowl and in mid-April, Sports Center is sort of worthless to me, Now we're in the beginning of baseball, whatever. But we got playoff hockey, playoff basketball, and the draft's coming up next week. Not that I'm really, but now there's like meaningful basketball, watching regular season basketball. Who gives a crap,
LeBron James.
He
cares.
I want the Cavaliers to win it all.
Why?
Because I want Cleveland to have a championship.
And he always promised that he would bring a championship to Cleveland.
And I just want
he always promised that. Wait, how long did he play with the Cavs before he went to Miami?
I think 7-8 years.
That long?
Yeah.
And he didn't win a championship?
They went to one, but they didn't win one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I forgot that it was that long. I thought it was a lot quicker,
Well,
actually.
he came in the league at 18, I do believe.
Yeah, he did.
And it's funny, I think he's only 30 or 31 now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's played that long, and right? I mean, if he's played in the NBA for 12 years.
He's got 4 championships?
He's got 2 with the Heat. He went to...
I thought he won. I thought they went to 4 and won 3.
I thought he's 2-2, I do believe. Because the last year he was there, the Mavericks won, right? I don't think they three-peated.
I don't remember. Basketball's not my forte.
Yeah. They lost the first year to the Mavericks, I believe. And then maybe the Spurs the second time. And so I think they're 2-2. Not that I'm going to look it up.
Dude.
What?
The
soccer back?
Soccer season. It's the end of the regular season, so like it's coming down to the wire, which is always fun because teams are like jockeying for place. And then there's also something called the Champions League, which is every league around the world playing for one cup.
I was gonna say this. I've been, not that I follow soccer, But I see there's so many different leagues, and I don't know what league is the Premier League or the good league, or when do you root for what and who.
So
and
here's a quick one.
Yeah.
Like they have the German league. They
Yeah.
got their Bundesliga.
Is Real Madrid, what league are they in?
They're
here?
in La Liga in Spain.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're not even like Manchester United? They're
They're
not even in
in-
the same leagues?
No, they're not even the same league. They're
Wow.
in the Premier League, which is in England and the UK.
This makes sense. It's like having the NFL and then like the CFL.
Yeah.
And if there's a Mexican football league, and then just one time they only unite for the World Cup. Is that it?
Yeah, so the Champions League only includes Europe and I think I don't think any other. I don't think because the U.S. and South America
Yeah.
have their own cup. It's called CONCACAF,
Okay.
where it's all countries.
I'm unaware of this.
Yeah,
Yeah. The World Cup, I totally got into it last year or 2 years ago now.
yeah,
The Women's World Cup's every other year.
yeah.
So every 4 years is the World Cup and for the men's, then they stagger it every 2 for the women.
Yeah, so the Women's World Cup is this summer.
Oh, it is this summer.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it was this
Yeah,
summer.
yeah.
Do you know where it's at?
No,
Okay.
I don't.
Well, I know the women are playing 'cause like obviously 99 is when it came with Brandy. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're just chugging along here on episode 12. So, I don't know. Morton's pretty good. The dinosaur.
Delicious.
The dinosaur for me that's the biggie.
Mm.
I rehearse there every Saturday at I.O., and now I can just go right around the corner to the dinosaur.
Get a little dinosaur.
You're darn right. Police brutality. Now, the next time we get on the air, is there going to be another police brutality incident, do you think? What's the over-under on that?
I hope the next time we do, we try something new.
Okay. I was wondering if, how, like, in a season there's usually 13 episodes?
Yeah.
I just wondered if we should do one more regular one,
Oh,
13
yeah, yeah.
episodes. So we can have a season 1, 13.
Okay, cool.
That's just
Is it
13.
13? I don't know. There's so many
I mean,
different
they could be
season
10.
sizes.
You can make it whatever you want.
I mean,
but
some are like 21, right?
yeah.
Friends did like 21 episodes a season.
That's like network TV, blah, blah. Now
And-
the cable shows are all doing 13.
Oh, now, yeah, but no. Is that right, 13?
Most cable shows are doing 10 or 13.
Well, look at Walking Dead. It'll do like 6 episodes, take a mid-season break, and
Yeah.
then do like another 8 episodes.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, normally you get when people buy into a show, they usually it's like a 13-episode buy-in.
What did Breaking Bad do?
They had, did they do an 8-8 split?
Something like
Something
that.
like, a lot of people are just doing that. And I don't get when they call it the same season. When you take like a 5-month break,
Yeah.
it's another season.
It's got to be another season.
Just call and call it another season. There's the big old beep, which you know what that means. We're gonna wrap this show up, and you guys are probably enthralled and wonder what the hell's the point of this show.
We just kind of lost our mojo. Went everywhere.
We went everywhere because I didn't even know how to like I can always wrangle a show and say here's what we're talking about, but how much do we want to talk about police brutality all day?
No, yeah.
And then you led with
pass.
Morton's, and I wanted to talk about restaurants in Chicago with a dinosaur, so it actually worked into that way.
Fantastic.
And we went into current events, and usually we start with the current events, so I don't know if we would have talked about Morton's and barbecue.
This has been the Drew and Dan Show.
Dan and Drew show on the podcast.
The podcast.